Hi guys, it's Bliss, and today I'm going to be doing the look that is in my introductory video, the blue and pink eye look I used using the Juvia'S Masquerade palette. And I'm going to be doing a voiceover video. If you want me to do, get ready with me's or anything like that, let me know. But for my first video, I thought it would be a little bit better just to do a voiceover video because I'm new and so I'm trying to still work through all of the kinks and everything. So, alright, let's get started. Now I know my heart is a ghost town. I'm going to start off by priming my face with the Too Faced Hangover Primer and apply that all over my face and bring it down a little bit to my neck. Next, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Original Primer Potion just to prime my eyelids, and I'm going to blend that in with my finger. Next, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette and use that Tempera light pink shade to set the primer. Next, for my transition shade, I'm going to use the Golden Ochre light brown color just to give a little bit of dimension to my crease. Now I'm going to take raw sienna just to deepen up the outer corners of my eyes and bring that just a little bit into my crease. Now I'm going to take the Juvia'S Masquerade palette and I'm going to go in with the shade Bori, which is a light pink shade with a little bit of shimmer. And I'm going to put that on the outer corner and into the crease. And one thing you want to remember is not to go too heavy-handed. This is a very pigmented shadow, and I went in really heavy-handed at first, and that's not necessary. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Zobo, which is like a purpley magenta plum color. I'm going to put that on the outer corner and bring it a little bit into my crease just to give the eye look a little bit more dimension. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and then take a shader brush and dip into it just to cut out the crease of the eye look. Now I'm only going to do a half crease, and I'm just doing this so that way when I put the blue eyeshadow on my lid a little bit later, it stands out more. Now I'm going to spray that same shader brush with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and let that dry just a little bit. I do this with shimmers because it makes them more pigmented on the lid. And then I'm going to dip into Zola, which is the light blue shade in the palette, and put that where I previously cut out my crease. Now I'm going in with the shade Dahlia, which is the royal blue shade in the palette, and I'm going to be putting that on the outer corners of my eye just to deepen them up a little bit. Now I'm going to take Zobo and I'm going to re-put that on the outer corner and a little bit into the crease of my eye just to kind of blend out the blues with the pink and give it a little bit more of a gradient effect. Now I'm going to take the shade Bori and deepen up the pink on the crease of my eye. Next, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara, and I'm just going to run this through my brows to set them before I fill them in, so that way they stay in place and I don't have to worry about them moving around when I'm trying to fill them in. To fill in my brows, I'm using the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Brow Contour Pencil in the shade Soft Brown, and I just like to fill in more on the outer corner and line the underneath of my eyebrow, and then I just do a lightly feathery look in the front just to keep them a little bit more natural looking. Now I'm going to take the spoolie from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, just because I like the spoolie the best so far, and really blend my natural hairs in with the brow product. To set my brows, I'm using the Maybelline New York Brow Drama Soft Brown Brow Gel just to make sure my brows don't go anywhere throughout the day. Now I'm going back in with the NYX Brow Pencil, but this time I'm using the concealer side just to carve out the inner corner of my brows. And I'm going to blend that in with my finger. For foundation, I use two kinds. The first kind is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Normal to Dry Foundation in Buff Beige. I put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and I mix it with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow. And I make a little foundation cocktail on the back of my hand just because I don't have any foundation in my color right now. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light, just to highlight all the high points of my face. For contour, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit in the shade Light, and I'm going to take the Light Sculpt, the middle shade on the bottom, use my finger just to dot that on the places that I want to sculpt out my face, and then I'm going to blend that out later on with a beauty blender. To set my face, I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in Translucent, and I'm going to take a Tarte Cosmetics Unicorn, their limited edition brushes, just to put that all over my face. For powder contour, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche, and I'm going to take the contour shade, and I'm just going to put that over the places where I put the cream contour previously. For bronzer, I am going to take a contour shade in a Tarte Cosmetics palette. I'm not sure what it is called, but it comes with an eyeshadow palette, and I got it for Christmas. And I'm just going to put that where I put the contour, just to make it a little bit less ashy and a little bit more bronzy. Since it is summertime, I do want a more bronzy glow. For blush, I'm going to use the blush shade in the same palette and just put that on the apples of my cheeks to give them a little bit more color. Highlight, I'm using the Laura Geller New York highlighter in Charming Pink, and I'm going to put that on my nose, in the middle of my forehead, on my cheekbones, and on my cupid's bow. Finish off the eyes, I am going to start with the NYC Kohl Eyeliner Pencil in white and just tight line my lower lash line. Now I'm going to use the NYC Kohl Brow Eyeliner Pencil in Jet Black, and I'm going to put that directly into my eyelash line on my upper lid. Now I'm going back in with the Juvia'S Masquerade palette And I'm going to take a eyeliner brush and dip into the shade Zola, which is that light blue shade, and I'm just going to tight line on my lower lash line. To deepen up my lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade Makita, which is a royal purple shade, put that on the outer corners of my lower lash line, and blend it up into the outer corner of my upper lid. Now I'm going in with the shade Bori, which is the light pink shade in the palette, and I'm going to blend out all those shades on my lower lash line to give it a gradient effect. Now to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Giza in the palette, which is a champagne shade with a little bit of a gold and a little bit of a white undertone as well. For mascara, I am using the Zoom In Ultimate Mascara by Flower Beauty, and I start by putting this in a zigzag motion on my eyelashes, and then I just start from the very base near the lash line and really push this in, because I find that that technique helps my lashes look fuller and longer. For my lips, I am using the Kylie Jenner Posy K lip liner, and I'm just going to line the outside of my lips, and on the top lip I overline just a little bit, and then I'm going to take that and fill in the rest of each lip. For lipstick, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Milkshake. I start by putting this in the center of my lip, and then I blend it out with my lips. For lip gloss, I am using the Buxom lip gloss in the shade White Russian. I really love this lip gloss. It's my favorite one I've found so far. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any recommendations or anything, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Are you standing outside the door?
Yeah.
I want you to go away.
Hello?
I need help. I need you to wet my beauty blender.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
Did you already start?
Yeah. But it's okay, that'll be a funny blooper.
Yeah, true.